Israel and America defeated as Iran exercises decentralized Mosaic defense. For more than 2 decades ago, Iran has been prepared for the inevitable, at war with the United States. In doing so, Iran developed an asymmetrical military defense system called Decentralized Mosaic Defense, DMD. This military strategy was revealed during an interview with American corporate news conglomerate ABC News. Iranian Foreign Minister Said Abbas Araghchi spoke briefly about how and why the IRGC adopted a symmetrical military fighting method. It has been well known for decades that the Israelis have been pressuring the Americans to go to war with Iran and that the American would assist them in this endeavor by seeking to decapitate the elite members of the Iranian leadership. The decentralized Mosaic defense allows the Iranians to exercise resilience versus centralized control. To combat this, the Iranian government created, developed, and perfected the decentralized Mosaic defense method, which allows the Iranian military to split into an estimated 31+ regional units strategically spread out within Iran, autonomously acting as independent fighting units acting on their own without the need for senior leadership. The DMD allows Iran to not only insulate itself from the notion of having its leadership decapitated, but at the same time it allows Iran to significantly take control of how long and how intense the war between themselves and the Israelis and Americans will go. In other words, this shifts the ability to control fighting momentum, degree of escalation, when and how the war will end, as well as the preservation of the Iranian government. On a social media post published on Elon Musk's X, Iran's Foreign Minister Said Abbas Araghchi stated the following: "We've had 2 decades to study the defeats of the US military to our immediate east and west. We've incorporated lessons accordingly. Bombings in our capital have no impact on our ability to conduct war. Decentralized Mosaic defense enables us to decide when and how war will end." With the Iranian government ditching the conventional methods of warfighting, they have essentially become a multi-headed hydra, reflecting the era of multipolarity that the world is in. What this means is that even if the head of the hydra is decapitated, the other heads of the hydra are still able to operate independently. The Trump administration is currently finding the newly executed Iranian war doctrine frustrating because they are finding it difficult to accept the fact that they don't have the ability to exert control over the Iranian government, hence making their method of decapitating the leadership of the Iranian government impossible. As it currently stands, it appears that the only thing that the government of Iran must do is survive this war with Israel and the Americans. Our position at VEDA World News: not only will the Iranians control how and when this war will end, but the Iranians will be strategically determining how to purposely drag out the war, gradually grinding down the weapons and fighting capabilities of the Israelis and the Americans over time, setting them up for the final blow. Whether or not Iran practices restraint or decides to deliver a final and fatal blow to Israel and the Americans is the question the international community is asking. It is our position that they, or Iran, should deal such a blow. The reason for this is because it would not be in the best interest of the Iranians to allow Israel or the Americans the ability to regroup.